us, Big Crook, and we are back on the Wonderground Buzz, repping for DSYNH, do something you never have. Shouts out to my locals, my people, my crew out here grinding. The scene is blowing up right now, so this is fucking amazing. Let's give a super warm welcome to the man, the myth, the legend, Sickamore Treezy. Like up, y'all. Yeah, fuck yeah. There's a lot of talks of a new album coming out. Can you give us a rundown? What about it, dude?
Coming off of Rose Gold, which so far has been, I would say, my most successful album. A lot of people have heard it. The first thing I really got everywhere when I got on iTunes, Spotify, and things like that. When I started thinking about this next project, I guess I set the bar pretty high, and I had to top that even more. It was very intimidating. How do I not stall out or stay in the same place? How do I go beyond that, surprise people more, and just really flesh out all my talents and everything like that? So
Make your shit head on.
yeah, so the music, I'm very, I will happily dissect myself and inspect myself and write about that. But this album, I do it in such a unique way, and I really dive into who I am and like 100% what made me who I am. I go from step one in this album. The intro song on this new album is the gestation, the very beginning, what led to here. Everything in between, so it's the entire story. So people who are new to the scene or new to hip hop or new fans of mine who don't know my history and story will hear this album and be like, wow, it's not like I just heard of him, so now he's been doing things. They're like, wow, he's been doing this for years.
Beautiful. It's cool that you say that. Breeze has a line. He said, digging up graves just to reseal the casket.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's what it is, yeah.
I see that you guys are pregnant.
Yes.
You and Felicia, this is amazing, a new blessing.
Yes.
Boy or girl?
We're having a little boy. Cool, yes, we get a little boy, a little Sickamore Treezy running around.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. You're in for it.
Oh yeah, I'm screwed.
Do you know about when?
February is the due date. Yeah, so mid-February is the due date.
Do you have any names you guys are thinking of?
Oh yeah, we already named him.
Really?
His name is Atlas.
Beautiful.
And Atlas Grant. Yeah. When it comes to names, we wanted a unique name and something cool. And I feel like it's classy and it commands respect and power. Like it's one of those names where when you hear it, Atlas just sounds like the name of a guy you want to.
I just want to say I'm like super pumped to have you on here finally. I've done a couple episodes now, and it's about time that we get Treezy on here, you know? Because I mean, we've been down, right?
Way back when. If y'all don't know our story and our history, you'll learn one day. One day. Just believe that.
I've been crazy into beats right now. I've been learning how to do it myself, make my own beats. Yeah, who you feeling right?
So, my entire career, a big person I will always respect and I love working with is Anno Domini. Always. I mean, pretty much, if you rap, you know Anno. Anno has provided so many artists with the means to record music. Him and his team, amazing producers. There's a dude I like messing with now. His name is Frenchie, and he's dope. He makes some crazy abstract, my style of beats. Beats Crazy is one of my favorites. But right now, my all-time favorite, and it means a lot to say this, is a local around here that I'm recently working with. He's actually going to be producing pretty much all of my album when it comes to instrumentals. It's DARK Productions.
Ricky!
And this dude's beats are insane. And I mean, my whole career, I've wanted the ability to go to the producer and start working on these tracks, build things from scratch, and we are. Everything we're doing now is from scratch. And it's Wyoming, Rock Springs based, from scratch. The studio we record in, the beats that we make, everything is, this is the most Wyoming hip hop you will ever hear, see, feel. And I'm excited. It's cool. And like shout out to Rick, huge shout out to Rick.
Love that.
DRK Productions, the sky's the limit.
What base does this project have? Foundations, bro. I know you kind of touched on it before, but where are you headed with it?
So this next project, the base is, the concept I wanted to do was I wanted to truly delve in and dissect everything about me, and that means the good and the bad. Like the hyper negative about me.
Shadow sick?
Yeah, exactly. Like I really wanted to just delve in about what makes me me. So with that being said, my career usually like it marks stepping stones to where I can tell people when I first heard this song, that's what made me a fan of hip hop. When this thing happened to me, that's what made me write this song, which bettered my lyrical ability and gave me the passion to drive more. When this happened, I did this, and I can pinpoint these little stepping stones in every song I rap about those stepping stones. So when people wonder like what made some average little white dude who was never into music at all growing up in Wyoming become a huge hip hop fanatic, you understand this now. And not only did I become a fanatic, what made me transcend beyond a guy who just raps because it's cool and fun, a guy who battle raps, to this guy who's just conscious, deep, profound lyrics. lyricist, what happened to get me there? All of them have traumatic or positive or negative things that happened to guide me there. And that's what the base of this is I want people to know what you hear and see isn't out of nowhere. It's all derived from something.
Highly conceptual.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay attention to this shit.
It's the most conceptual thing I've ever probably written.
You're blowing up right now a little
Yeah.
bit. I noticed. That's awesome. So much fire, and I'm so happy. I've known this cat for a very long time.
Way long time.
It's been really awesome watching you blossom and take off as an artist. Aside from local, what now?
Admittedly, I feel like I've done everything I can for myself locally. So locally, I will always be a huge part of the scene. I will always love my city, love my state and everything. But I am to the point where I have to transcend beyond that. And I will always carry the city on my back, and I will carry my state on my back. But now I'm way more focused into breaking onto other scenes to introduce them to Wyoming hip hop.
Yeah.
Honestly, Wyoming hip hop is now getting quite established. We know it's popping. There's a lot going on here. And now it's time to let everybody else know. Wyoming knows it. Soon LA's gonna know it. New York's gonna know it. Everywhere's gonna know it. Again, everything I do is well thought out and meticulous. So I have a lot of things I'm gonna implement to try to transcend beyond that image of Sickamore Treezy, the Wyoming rapper, the local rapper, Sickamore Treezy, the legendary MC.
Sick.
Sir.
What collabs you got planned coming out? You got anything?
Yes, yeah, I actually do. So I got a collab, right? The most recent project I'm working on collab-wise, it's not going to go on an album or any project. It's just going to be like used for promotional use on like YouTube and Facebook and all that. But it happens to have one of my very best friends in the world on it, Mr. Crook himself. We just recorded our Versus 2 collab, what, 2 days ago? Yeah, and I mean, crazy. We killed it. This thing is fire. We're obviously going to get homie Sweets Kane on it. A lot of people know that like the three of us are core members of the new Zoo. Shout out to Janatis, Zach.
The Zoo.
So on the collab, we're having Callie Fox. She's going to do the bridge and some hooks on there.
killer.
When it comes to the solo project, right now I don't have any collabs planned because the solo project focuses on dissecting me, and those are the tracks I'm working on first, and then collabs will come later. When it comes to collabs, to be honest, I want to collab with so many people right now that it's like it's almost overwhelming that I'm like, man, I want to get Tone on another track, and I want to get Toomer on a track, I want to get Rick on a track, I want Callie on more tracks, I want Omnis on tracks, I want Fierce on track, I want Gentry. Me and Gentry have to do a track soon.
Yeah.
So there's so many,
dude.
and I mean, and forgive me who I'm not shouting out, because locally wise, there's so many people I want to collab with that it's overwhelming. I got a lot of verses that I got to write for these collabs because they have to happen.
For real. Yeah, on the lookout. I think Treezy and myself might have something, a little special treat for Halloween coming out too.
Just maybe.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. We might have a little Halloween treat.
Fun and hella nostalgic. Last question. What are you doing right now that you never have before? Let them know. Let them know. Let the people know what you're doing that you never had. I know you're doing something.
Well, right now, the best way I can put it is I am laying the foundation for the empire that I want us all to build, and that we are building right now. And I feel like when it comes to the music side of things, I'm trying to have Wyoming not be, when you hear Wyoming rapper, not to think of a joke at first. I want it to, I equate it to like the South back in the day when like the West Side and the East, like West Coast and East Coast were beefing. Like they had beef, and it was like who was better, the West or East Coast and whatever.
Yeah.
And then the South came in, and everybody clowned the South and was like, nah, like you're not part of this, like go away. And they were like, nah, we own this. And the South took over for a long time, and then the South had huge influences in music. That's how I feel with Wyoming, to where it's like, yeah, exactly. When you hear Wyoming hip hop, anybody out of state, everybody I bring up, they even openly tell me, oh, when you said you're a Wyoming rapper, I laughed. I want that stigma to be gone. In that sense, that's a big thing I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to build from Wyoming and beyond. I don't want to be classified as a Wyoming legend and a Rock Springs legend and this and that, and I don't want our scene to be considered like the Wyoming scene of hip hop and whatever. Like, I want it to be, I want it to be everywhere. I want it to be just like I want to be part of the culture. I want to be accepted in there. Realistically, like when it comes to the hip hop side and the old battle rapper side, either they're going to accept us in or we're going to take over. Those are the two choices. Like either you're going to let us ride with you, or you can like get the hell out of the way and watch us take over.
Right.
And I mean that, like mark my words, because it will happen. I promise you that.
Hell yeah. Well, that is Sickamore Treezy, and this concludes this week's Wonderground Buzz. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Man.
Much
I
love.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta give a huge shout out to Crook, obviously, for what they're doing. if there's any reason I'm as talented and as driven and passionate as I am, Crook and Callie and Sweets and the people I grew up with making music, they're the reason that I exist and how I am, and the reason I was driven. Like, Crook's the kind of guy, you do a collab with him, you write your verse, and he spits his verse, and you scratch your verse out and start over again, because Crook's a monster. So shout out to my homie Big Crook, shout out to Callie, shout out to the local scene, shout out to all of Wyoming, and much love, and keep it real.
Keep it real. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.